ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe to your face and everything. Why not Black Manta Ray? Why not? Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Mezco Toys action figure review on the Thor Ragnarok movies 112 Collective Gladiator Hulk. I gotta give a big thanks to Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, for sponsoring this YouTube channel and sending out this product to review for you guys. If you want to see the latest from them, check them out, link in the description below. I really like their online store. They have this awesome rewards program where you could build up points and you could use that to get future products and get free stuff. Plus, they actually have a brick and mortar store over in Utah as well, so I think that's really awesome, and I hope you guys check them out. Link in the description below. And you can see we get some nice packaging right over here. Spot varnish, it says Hulk and Thor Ragnarok and then on this side you can see it says Thor Ragnarok. On the back you can see some cool product shots, and on this side it says Thor Ragnarok again. It says 112 Collective, and on the bottom it says that you got to be at least 18 years or older to get this figure, and you can see the figure right inside. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Hulk figure out of the packaging, and I gotta say right off the bat, I think Mezco made an oopsie over here. I'm just not feeling the color green on this figure. I do like the vibrant color in itself, but as far as film accuracy goes, I think that they just kind of missed it over here. But there are parts of it that do look pretty cool, and I do like what Mezco does with their soft goods. So there are qualities here that I do like, but yeah, we'll get into the gripes a little bit more later on. Let's get a closer look at the accessories. As always, we get your standard issue Mezco stand. I like the Thor Ragnarok text that we're seeing right here. Unfortunately, they gave us the standard issue stand right over here, which doesn't really work too well for this particular figure. It's just really heavy and hard to really get him on here. I was able to figure some things out, but still, it's pretty tricky to do. I wish they gave him a wider clamp or something a little bit different to accommodate the larger Hulk figure. And of course, you could take this out and put the peg right in the stand instead if you want to do that. And then aside from the two head sculpts, here are the rest of the accessories. You get your accessories bag, you get the two weapons, and then he has 3 interchangeable hands: fisted hands, weapon holding hands, and wide open hands. And while I have complained about the green color, I do like how the green looks on these hands. It actually doesn't look too bad. You can see the thumbnails painted right there. So that's pretty cool, and I love the detail on the straps right over here. Nice silver paint for that whole hand guard area, so I'm liking that. Here's just looking at one of the blue pieces. You can see we get this nice brown wash mixed in with the blue, so I think that looks really cool. Great sculpted detail. So I really like how the hands came out. And the weapons look fantastic, man. I really love how these look too. We get a nice wash over this silver, you know. It kind of has a little bit more of a concrete look than a metallic look, but I don't know, I'm still feeling this. I like it. And you get some dents and stuff in there. And then you have the inaccurate axe, you know, that a lot of companies have made their Gladiator Hulk figures with, aside from Hot Toys. That's like the only exception, but you could see we get some rust and stuff like that, which I do dig. So that does make me happy. So here's the helmeted head sculpt, and I gotta say, I absolutely love it. I love that he's screaming like this, and I really like the paint for it as well. We get dual green tones right there that I think work out really nicely. You can see that they did add silver for the paint instead of white. That doesn't really bother me too much, and I really like how the helmet looks, man. Great paint apps over there, and I like all the dents and everything. Nice color variation in it. You can see some fading going on right there. So great level of detail in that helmet sculpt. And the whole frill right there looks really good. You can see that black wash or subtle black wash over the gray. So that's very cool looking. I really dig that quite a bit. Yeah. And I like this head sculpt too, just not as much. I don't know, there's something going on with the eyes right here that are just a little bit too squinty, and I feel like, I don't know, the expression on the mouth is a little strange, but I still like it, you know? It's still not a bad looking head sculpt, and I really do like the color for the face in here and everything. You know, again, you get those dual green tones. I think that works out really well. I like how the hair is sculpted right here too. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. I do prefer the screaming helmeted version a bit more so. Now what really upsets me about the figure is you can clearly see a huge difference between the colors of green between the face and the rest of the body. Now if this was a comic version of Hulk, I would like this green color a bit more so, but it's just not film accurate, and I do think this skin tone looks a whole lot more film accurate than this one, and I'm just kind of surprised that Mezco has such a drastic difference between the skin tones right over here, you know what I mean? They usually have the best quality out there, man, and it's just not really there with this piece. But we do see some great color variation with the straps. Again, like the soft goods on this thing just look fantastic. I really do like this quite a bit. That looks great over here, so I'm very pleased with that. So it's like there's parts where I get really frustrated, and then I get really happy, and then I get frustrated again because I think this looks too clean. They should have added some kind of silverware to this or something, you know, to go with the rest of it. You can see we get this nice color variation throughout right here on the soft goods. Then looking at the arms, these look pretty awesome. This slipped down. I'm gonna put that right back up. I do wish it had a little bit more of a metallic sheen to it though. You know, the lack of a metallic sheen kind of makes me feel like it looks a little bit more like concrete. Has a little bit more of that kind of vibe than it being very metallic, but I do like that it looks very worn. And then on this side right here, this looks pretty good with the purple. So this does look like a little bit more silver to it, but it's still, yeah, a little bit more dull than I'd like to see. And then looking right here at the midsection, looks pretty good. And I like the musculature, and I really like that we're getting this nice texturing with the skin, so I do appreciate that. This keeps wanting to slip down. That's a little irritating. And that looks really cool right there. But anyway, yeah, looking at the skirt piece right here, it's made out of this soft material. Looks pretty good with all the details and everything. So I do like that. You get the butt flap right here. It's not looking too bad. So you get some multiple layers, and you could lift this up and then lift that up, and you can see, you know, the whole nalgas, and then you can see right here they have, you know, shorts for them and everything. So works out pretty good. Again, I like this texturing right there for the skin, but man, it needs that paint detail. That's just very frustrating. They added it to the hands too, but not to the rest of the figure. That's just extremely frustrating. I feel like someone just skipped out on the paint or something. I don't know. But looking at the shin pieces right here, this is like all the soft goods stuff and all the accessories added to it look really good. You know, I do like that. This, you know, aside from the lack of silver paint, I guess, you know, but still. And then looking at the feet right here, they added some paint, you know, not the toenails, but still, doesn't look too bad. I like the wear on the top of the chunkless right there. Not looking too shabby. And then he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now to go over the articulation, you can move the head up just a little bit on this figure. I wish his head could look up more than that, but it does look up some. You can move the head downward a little bit more so, and then you get side-to-side motion. You do get a good head pivot right there, and it will shift forward and back a little bit. Shoulders can move outward that far. You can see these pieces kind of getting loose. You can move them down, forward, and back on this side. It won't move up anymore, so you get a 90-degree movement right there. You get a single jointed elbow that can be kind of stiff. It doesn't meet the 90-degree mark. On this side, you don't have any fabric in the way, and you see that it won't bend any more than that. And you get a wrist joint that can shift side to side, and you can hinge it up and down, and you can reconfigure that ball joint as you like. You get no midsection articulation, but you can turn the waist side to side. You get waist pivoting, and you'll crunch forward and back a whole lot more so. I like how you get the material right over here. And then the hip joints move outward very far, and he'll just kick forward that far, and then back. You get an upper thigh cut, a single jointed knee that doesn't quite meet 90 degrees. You get rotation at the knee as well, and you also get rotation at the elbow. I didn't mention that earlier. Then the ankle articulation is a bit frustrating. It'll only move down that far, which doesn't feel like it's moving down much at all. It'll move up quite a bit. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of ankle pivot. Not too bad. Now putting the helmeted head sculpt back on there and measuring out this figure, you can see to the top of that frill right there, he's at about 9 inches tall. And then for a size comparison, here's our Mezco 112 Collective Hulk next to the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Gladiator Hulk, and we have the SH Figuarts Gladiator Hulk. And out of the three of these, I think I am liking the Marvel Legend the most. It's sad to see the Mezco one is a lot shorter than these other two right here, but it definitely has more sculpted detail and paint than the other two figures. I also have the Select version and the Hot Toys version. I should do a video comparing all the Gladiator Hulks, but yeah, you can see how bright that green color is compared to the other two. I don't know, yeah, I'm definitely liking this Marvel Legend version more. And then to compare the Mezco Gladiator Hulk next to a couple Gladiator Thors, we have the Marvel Legends Gladiator Thor and the SH Figuarts version. And yeah, this Thor figure is just way too big compared to the Hulk, but I think it actually works out pretty well with the SH Figuarts Thor. Then here's the Gladiator Hulk. Next to your average 112 Collective Mezco Toys figure, we have Captain America, and yeah, even compared to another Mezco figure, this Hulk is just way too small. And then here's the Mezco Gladiator Hulk. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Woohoo! Another letdown! I'm not the only one! Yeah! Whee! So I gotta thank Megalopolis once again for making this review possible. If you want to check them out, link in the description below. They sell all kinds of other figures aside from Mezco toys. They have Transformers, Marvel Legends like crazy. I appreciate you guys watching as well. Hit that like button if you liked the video, leave a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you have not already. This Mezco Hulk is a disappointment, man. I gotta say I'm bummed out. The color just really is just not what it's supposed to look like. They could have done it. The face looks good, the hands and the feet look like they're the right color. It's just the skin tone throughout the rest of the figure is just off. The paint is off. It shouldn't be silver, it's supposed to be white. I feel like the size of it is just way too small, but at the same time, there's all kinds of awesome sculpted detail and paint apps throughout. Compared to the other 1/12 scale Hulks, this one does have the most sculpted detail and paint apps, but I'm still giving this piece a SUD rating of
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. I know, generally speaking, this isn't a very popular figure, and I couldn't give it a positive review, man. It's just disappointing. But I want to know what you guys think anyway. Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And don't forget to follow me on the social media over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is shot.